Good Tuesday afternoon. So I'm gonna try to play this where you can actually see the guitar neck. I know, like I said, the lights kind of blocking, the glare off the ebony fretboard. So look, this is just kind of building off what I did last lesson. So all these are, this is only meant to practice intervals, okay? When I say interval, I'm talking about the distance. It's either a half step, right, or a full step. Okay, so because that's how all the modes are laid out. That's how everything is laid out on guitar. Okay, like it's laid out in intervals. Okay, when you talk about scales or modes. So I'm going to show you something that I'm going to do it slow, right? So you can slow it down and look at it once I put it in a longer format, I hope. And then you can see what I'm doing. All I'm doing is playing in G major, E minor on the G string, right? Because I've already done the B and the E earlier, right? So I'm going to do it on the G string. I'm going to go slow, and then I'll speed it up, probably. So that's it playing slow, right? A little bit slower speed. Might have made a mistake in the beginning. But if you listen, there's a lot of things going on that you really want to learn, okay? This is where the metronome comes in handy, right? I'm not using one right now because I'm fairly comfortable with what I'm doing, right? But if you listen to my pick, all right, and you watch my hands, you're going to see that my picking, it's basically going with each movement almost, really close, right? That's what you want. If not, it's going to sound not right, and you'll have to go spend more time with the metronome, right? Time with metronome is good for beginners. Good for anyone actually. If I want to play something that I know is hard and difficult, I will put on my metronome to my looper pedal, and I'll just sit there and have the pedal run through that metronome speed the whole time I'm playing, just so I have a reference. You know what I mean? Not necessarily I'm going to play it exactly at 110 or 120 or 140 BPM, but just the fact that you have the metronome going makes you aware of your timing a little bit more. At least that's what I've noticed, right? So let's see if I can play a little bit faster. No promises though. So, being that I'm starting off and basically in Locrian, because that's where this shape comes from. G string, that's Locrian. This would be Ionian. Okay, so Locrian, it's minor, Locrian, and then major. Okay, I'm starting out in Locrian just so I can use the whole neck, right? If I start off in the major, in Ionian, I'd be starting here, not here. The reason why it's okay to start in Locrian here is because we're just practicing intervals, okay? That's, like I said, half a step or a full step. That's what you're doing. That's what this is going to drill into your mind. The whole timing and the pattern, right? It's not that difficult. but it's really good to do this. It's good. You'll feel comfortable doing slides. You'll feel confident where you want to land on what note you're landing on, and it just does build confidence. Like I said, once again, I'll do it one time in a different key. I've been doing it in G major, E minor. I'm going to do it in C major, A minor. Right? Pretty close to the same thing. Like I said, there's a few times when I'm not perfect, and you'll hear it. But the main thing is or anyway, I'm gonna post it. You guys, thanks to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And like I said, take your time, watch it over, slow it down. That's why I'm putting it in long format. Got any questions? Ask. I don't mind answering questions. Like I said, please subscribe because there's a lot of people that aren't subscribing. And even though I don't plan on this being a big income maker for me, I do want it to help people, and I do want people to learn from it, right? Because I spent a long time doing it, right? So just if you can pass your knowledge on to people, that's a good thing, in my opinion, right? So anyway, guys have a good night, and I'll see you again pretty soon. Thank you.